My name is Hannah Wadsworth, the sole heiress to the Wadsworth estate. But on my wedding day, the man who swore he loved me, my fiancé, Leo, personally delivered me to a psychiatric hospital. One moment, he was holding my hand, gazing into my eyes, telling me I was the luckiest man in the world. The next, he made up an excuse about forgetting the wedding ring in the restroom and sent me away to retrieve it. What awaited me behind that restroom door wasn't a ring, but 2 burly orderlies and a straitjacket. When I woke again, I was trapped inside a cold, oppressive mental institution. Through the iron bars, I saw Leo making a deal with the hospital director. A thick stack of cash bought my indefinite confinement. Calmly, he told the director I was no longer a Wadsworth, just his mentally ill wife who needed to be locked away. In that moment, my world froze over. This wedding had been nothing but an elaborate trap from the very beginning. But I refused to accept this fate. In this living hell, I had to find a way out. I soon found a patient who seemed kind. I promised her wealth from the Wadsworth fortune in exchange for her help. She introduced me to a man named Todd. But Todd was no savior, he was a murderer, confined here for his crimes. The way he looked at me was full of greed and twisted desire. He had no intention of helping me, only taking advantage. The moment he lunged at me, I shoved him back with all my strength. Provoking him with sharp words, I somehow managed to trick him into revealing the password, the code to a secret passage hidden in the director's office. With the password in hand, I still needed an ally. I found Brooke, another girl unjustly imprisoned here, who had also suffered under the director's cruelty. We joined forces without hesitation. Sneaking into the director's office, we found the hidden door behind the bookshelf he never let anyone touch, the door to freedom. But just as we were about to make it out, alarms blared through the halls. To save me, Brooke pushed me through the door, sacrificing herself. She was captured, and I barely escaped. Still in my hospital gown, disheveled and desperate, I spent my last dollar on a taxi ride home. It was my brother, James, who opened the door. Seeing him, I thought I was finally safe. Tearfully, I told him everything, Leo's plot, the hospital, my escape. I begged for his help. But James didn't look shocked. Instead, a cold smirk spread across his face, just like Leo's. He told me that due to my mental instability, he and Leo were now the legal custodians of the Wadsworth fortune. They had been in on it together all along. Before I could react, orderlies from the hospital appeared behind me. I was dragged back into my nightmare. Locked up once more, I felt completely broken. But it was Brooke who gave me hope again. She said as long as we were alive, we couldn't give up. Then, a young nurse sought us out in secret. His mother had also been a victim here, she died in this corrupt hospital. He told us he was here for revenge. To burn this wretched place to the ground. His arrival gave us real hope. We weren't just planning an escape anymore, we were preparing for total vengeance. We began secretly gathering bottles and materials, preparing to create chaos. But then Todd, the murderer who had betrayed me once before, informed on us again. This time, the director himself cornered us. Seeing his sick, twisted smile, I clenched my fists. I knew then, this wasn't just about escaping anymore. This was war.